over 450 yards passing. It's the Commanders and the Eagles on Thursday night.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Eagles. We know how well they throw the football, but they're going to have their work cut out for them in this one.
Yeah, they're going up against a top 5 unit in the league. And this is a defense, they don't make a lot of mistakes. Well coached, they execute really, really well, and terrific leadership on that side of the ball. So precision, that's going to have to be a key for them in this one.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. Operating from the gun, Russell. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw, Russell. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Brown with his stick skills. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Wilcox. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 22 yards there, a 1st down. First down, Eagles. Off the play fake. Wilcox. eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilcox. And his throw here's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Groves. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Operating from the gun, Wilcox. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Back to throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
On 1st and 10, Russell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. third and short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be incomplete. Here we go on fourth down. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Griffith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll run on first down. Richardson to about the 48-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Good position to be in here, second and inches. Off play action. Russell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they'll be faced with a third and inches. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Richardson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. On first down, Russell. And he'll get this one complete to Winslow. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. To throw on second down, Russell. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they go to work on a first and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Richardson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Richardson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown Washington. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
this is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On first down, Bear. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were a man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and it just locked people down.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw. Wilcox. He's going deep for Brown. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here is Washington now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richardson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was Washington winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here at FedEx Field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is going to be a Commanders first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
They'll run on first down. It's Richardson. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Griffith. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And caught, right side, Green. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. On second down now, it's Richardson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Looking to throw. Russell. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On first down, Groves. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Throwing on first down, Wilcox. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. And that's on the guard, Cody Ford. And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. Now a handoff up the middle. Groves. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on second down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll keep it on the ground. Groves trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Operating from the gun, Wilcox. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're...
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
On first and 10, Durant. They will find Winslow on the left side, complete. Looking to throw on second down, Durant. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. On third and 2, Durant. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be fourth down. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on third and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play. But it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Eagles offense is going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Throwing to start the drive. Wilcox. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
To throw on second down, Wilcox. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Wilcox. And he comes back with one complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On first down, Wilcox. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, he's still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings, as they'll have to contend with the San Francisco 49ers. As for the 4 o'clock game, some good ones there as well. One being in Charlotte, where it'll be the Panthers taking on the Buffalo Bills. And then finally, we'll wrap up the week on Monday Night Football with a good one between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for Washington, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Rolling to his right, and he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Wilcox. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped him for no gain.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. To throw on 3rd down, Duran. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Richardson. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. The 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make
right back to him on 1st down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Russell. Throw right side, caught by Winslow. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 1st down, it's Richardson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He will find Winslow. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 3rd down, Wilcox. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Throwing on 1st down, Wilcox. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On 2nd down, Groves. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 43-yard line. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilcox. Dancing to his left. And this one too low. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw. Wilcox. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 3rd and 2, Wilcox. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept them in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm, because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
This will be fielded inside the 5. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a play fake here on first down, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Richardson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Wilcox. He'll get the, and it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance.
On 1st and 10, Wilcox. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. On 2nd down now, Byard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilcox. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll run on first down. Groves, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilcox. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take it. On first down, Duran flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On 2nd down, it's Richardson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 104 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richardson. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Duran. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Operating from the gun. Duran. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. To throw on 3rd down. Duran. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Duran. And that'll be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw, Duran. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Defense.
Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
To throw on second down, Durant buying time to his left. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Durant. And a quick throw here. That's complete. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Richardson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Durant to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Throwing on 1st down. Wilcox, a good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Up the middle they go. Groves, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Wilcox. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Wilcox. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Back to throw. Wilcox. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. This is caught. It's Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richardson. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Richardson. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They're going to run. Here's Richardson. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Well, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done. A narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there are times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome's in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Washington, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face